Welcome campers. In today's video we're going to be showing you 5 cost-effective ways to make your rooftop tent better. Stay tuned. So before we get started, all of the products I'll be using in this video will have links down below in the description to Amazon. The first upgrade you can do is tying a knot in the center of the elastic cord that goes from side to side on your tent. That helps pull the sides of the tent in while you're folding it up. So this would be a great trick to do if you have owned your rooftop tent for a long time, because over time these lose their pulling power and will not pull in the sides of the tent far enough to make putting it away a lot easier. So what you can do is just find the center of the strap, get it, and just tie a knot in the center of it. And you can make the loop any size you want. Obviously the bigger the loop, the closer or the shorter the strap is, which will have more power pulling the sides of the rooftop tent in towards itself while you put it away. So you do have to keep in mind that over time the stitching that holds this loop on could get weak or give out on you if you tie the loop too big, and it could damage your tent. Another upgrade you could do is gluing the rubber ends onto the rod ends that hold your doors and your windows open. So with this upgrade, if your tent is brand new, I suggest you do this immediately so you don't lose any of these little rubber ends. And if you've had your tent for a while now, I suggest buying a can of Flex Seal so you could dip your rod ends in the Flex Seal so you don't have to worry about trying to find new little rubber boots to fit onto the ends. Because these ends are pretty sharp, and if you don't get it into the eyelet right, it can cut your tent potentially. The third upgrade you can do is adding skateboard grip tape to the rungs of your ladder so you have more grip climbing up and down it. So the first thing towards installing the grip tape on the ladder was take a basic measurement of the ladder, so about 13 inches wide by about 1.5 inches deep. After getting my measurements of the ladder rung, I created a template on a piece of cardboard so I could trace it onto the grip tape. After sketching out the dimensions I needed onto the cardboard, I used a razor knife to cut it, so it's not exactly perfect, but it will do. And then after that, I used the template to mark out the 8 pieces of grip tape that I needed onto the sheet of grip tape. Then afterwards, I used a razor knife to cut that also. So after you get all your grip tape cut out, the next step is just to clean all of the rungs of the ladder so the grip tape will have good adhesion to the rungs. So how I got the idea for the grip tape on the rungs of the ladder was on one of our trips, Natalie was climbing off of the ladder in socks and her foot slipped off and she jacked up her ankle on one of the rungs of the ladder. And within half an hour, her ankle doubled in size. She had a hard time walking, everything. So at that moment, I thought about, hey, we need something to give us grip on this ladder, and skateboard grip tape came to mind. So I called a couple skate shops, and I asked them, what is the best grip tape that you guys have? Like a suggestion. And they told me Mob Grip. So I looked online, they sell it by the sheet on Amazon, and the sheet should be big enough to do all the rungs of your ladder and anything else you need on your vehicle or any of your overlanding gear. They're not going to be perfectly rectangle since I used a razor knife to cut them, but should have good adhesion after cleaning it. The fourth thing you could do is add a inflatable air mattress instead of a memory foam topper, because we all know the mattresses that come in the rooftop tents are not that good. That is the brand of air mattress we went with. There is a ton of them on Amazon, but we will put a link below to this one. We've used it about a dozen times, maybe a little bit over a dozen times, and we've had zero issues with it. If you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments, and I can do a review video on this mattress also. So with this mattress, you just shut these two plugs on the pillows of it, and then down in the foot part, there is a pump that is built into the mattress to help pump up the entire thing. My favorite thing is it does fold completely flat once you let the air out of it, so it doesn't take up too much bulk like those memory foam sleeping pads, and it gets to about 2.5 inches thick, so it is the same thickness as the memory foam pads without taking up all the space in your tent and making it impossible to shut the tent. And this is how the mattress looks when it is fully inflated. You do have some room on the ends if you want to put any of your backpacks or your shoes or your gear or anything. And you do have some space on each side so you don't accidentally scrape the mattress on a bolt or anything like that and put a hole in it. And then just the two plugs in the pillows up top is how you deflate it. You just unplug the two plugs and it just deflates within seconds. The fifth and final thing I'm going to show you is how to properly fold your bedding so it's not hard to shut your tent. And in this example, I'm just going to use one blanket, but usually we would have either 3 or 4 pillows and then 2 or 3 blankets and a sleeping bag at the most if it's cold. During the summer, we'll just have 2 wool blankets and then use whatever base layers to help keep us warm also. The first thing we'll do when putting away our bedding is organize the pillows on top after we deflate the air mattress. Then from there, we're going to lay out our blankets flat, completely covering the bed and the pillows. Then after that, we will double the blanket over on itself to make 2 layers on top of our pillows. And then the final step is we will fold the mattress over all of the bedding to kind of taco it in there. And then we will do an additional little fold on the mattress to help avoid the hinges so we don't pinch the mattress whatsoever. And from there, that is how we fold our bedding so it is not too thick or too much for folding up the tent so we don't damage anything. Alright, you guys, if you've gotten this far in the video, I really hope those 5 tips and tricks help you with owning your rooftop tent and making your experience better. Also, like the video, that does help us out a lot with everything on YouTube. Subscribe also so you can stay tuned for our reviews, our DIY videos, and our trips. And comment down below if you have any suggestions towards making our tent better, or maybe some other people can use your comment or suggestion towards making their tent better. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.